Hey everyone, welcome to Love to Create by Tonya. Today I'm going to be working on 3 Dollar Tree spring DIYs. These 3 DIYs are all really charming wall art pieces. For DIY number 1, we're going to be using one of these really charming pictures that they have now for spring. And they have several different designs. Some of them have greenery, some have the flowers, but I just love this one that said "Love Grows Here." And I decided to take these small craft sticks, and I'm going to use my miter scissors. I'll leave a link to those in the description below. And I'm just going to cut at an angle because I kind of want this to look like a picket fence. And I'm just going to make sure everything's secure on the back because we're going to be gluing the sticks to the back of the picture frame. Now I'm only going to apply 1 coat of paint to these because I wanted them to have kind of an aged look anyway, so if some of the wood shows through, that'd be fine. But once I get these all painted, I'm going to start gluing them onto the back of the frame, and I just use my Gorilla Hot Glue. I've been using that for everything lately, and I just love it because it holds so well. But you want to go ahead and make sure that your craft sticks are dry. And then what I did is started on each corner and then put one in the middle, and then I just kind of filled in the gaps in between. But everyone, I loved how this design turned out, and you'll have to let me know what you think of this one in the comments below. But I did end up finding that eucalyptus greenery, and that's what I'm going to put on this. And I did save 2 of them for the gift basket that I'm going to be giving away. And I'll go ahead and mention the gift basket. I have to take a trip to visit my daughter, and I'm going to check at those dollar stores down there, and I'm going to see if I can find any of the other items that you mentioned in the comments. So I'll do everything I can to see what I can come up with, and on the next video I'll give you all of the details on the gift basket. I just wanted to have a little bit more time to find some of the items because I wanted it to be a really nice surprise for everybody. Okay, now that I have my picket fence attached, I'm going to go ahead and add that Eucalyptus Garland. And I'm just going to drape mine across the bottom of the fence. And then I'm going to take and put a little bit of it up in the corner, because on the other corner, I want to put one of those homemade rope twine bows that I have. But I love how this design turned out, everyone. I hope you do. You'll have to let me know what you think of it in the comments below. And here's a look at our finished wall art, and I just love how it turned out. Now for DIY number 2, we're going to be making this Hello Spring sign, and my inspiration for this was a piece I saw at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to be using one of the tablecloths from Dollar Tree, the white Waverly chalk paint and the antique wax, and some Mod Podge to put on our flowers. And then I had these two boards from Christmas a couple seasons ago, and I'm going to repurpose those. Now on the back, I'm going to use my paint sticks that I had in my craft box to put this together, but you could just as well use some of the wooden rulers from Dollar Tree, would work the same. And I am going to be covering the back of this with that brown craft paper so you won't see any of the Christmas decorations on here. Now I'm going to take the Waverly white chalk paint and I'm going to put 3 layers of the paint on here. I do dry in between each layer, but I didn't film all of that. But it will take 2 or 3 layers of the paint to cover it really well. And then I'm going to take the paint sticks that I actually stained with that Waverly wax, and I ended up staining these really dark. And I just wanted that contrast between the light and dark. But I do end up taking some of the watered down wax with a little bit of this gold color from Dollar Tree. And because I wanted to make just kind of like a wash to go over the white part, because I'm going to be cutting little grooves in it to make it look like wood. And it turned out great. But I like this technique and I've used it before, and it's just making those little indents in there really helps give that illusion of the wood panel. I don't know if you've ever tried using the plastic tablecloths like I'm going to do for the flowers. This was the first time that I had come up with this idea, and I actually really like how it turned out. The plastic tablecloths, with them having that vinyl feel to them, it seems like they really worked well with the Mod Podge. So that was a nice little tip for you and for me that I found out by doing this design. Now here's that yellow mustard color that I'm going to add in there, and you probably noticed while I was talking, that was actually the Truffle paint that I made this out of. And I just wanted it to be very watery and just a very light tone. You could make yours darker if you like, but I just wanted just the faintest little wash to go over here just to give that wood grain look. Now after I let this dry really well, I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting out those flowers, and I do go ahead and get those flowers cut out of the tablecloth. But now I just want to look at every tablecloth I see with the flowers because this turned out so well. But you'll have to let me know what you think of this one in the comments below, and if you've ever tried using the tablecloth to do this flower art decor piece. Now I've got this sped up really quick so we can get that Mod Podge on there, because this was actually a very slow process. And you just kind of have to maneuver them around and get your flowers where you want them. But you can already see how nice they're looking. And I ended up just using my fingers. You could put gloves on if you felt more comfortable with that. But I just kind of wanted to have them look like they were flowers out in the field, just kind of growing every which way. And just a simple design, and it turned out wonderful. Now I do end up just hand drawing my Hello Spring on the bottom, but you could use some sticker letters, stencils, or if you have one of the silhouettes or the crickets, you could print something out. But like I said, this was a Hobby Lobby dupe basically, and I just love this design. So let me know what you think. Now that I have all of my flowers glued on, I'm going to go ahead and dry this with the glue gun. And you can see some of it was still a little bit white there, but overnight everything dried completely clear. Now I just decided to do these simple letters like I said, and I usually hold a ruler underneath, and that kind of helps me keep them going straight across. But all I do to finish this design off is I take a piece of that rope twine and attach it to the back for hanging, and I'm going to hang it out on my porch. Well, everyone, I hope that you're still with me. I have one more DIY, and I just love how it turned out. These were 3 really fun and simple wall art pieces. And you'll have to let me know which one of these ends up being your favorite if you have a favorite. Now I did take that black marker at the last minute, and I just wanted to go around the edges there. I forgot I did this part, and just add just little lines. I thought that kind of finished it off and give it more of that little farmhousey feel to it. But what a fun sign this made for hardly anything, and using all Dollar Tree items. So girls and guys, check out those tablecloths and see what you can come up with. Okay, now for DIY number 3. This is another one of the pictures that I found. They really did have some pretty pictures. And they have these little butterflies in these packs now, just paper butterflies. And that was a really neat find. I don't know if you have those at your Dollar Tree. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you have the butterflies or if you don't, and maybe I can add a pack of those to the gift basket. But I'm going to take one of these rug mats, and we're actually going to be cutting that out in a square to attach underneath this picture. And I love how this layering technique turned out. And I just probably went about 1.5 inches on each side, maybe 2. And you could make, you know, your square underneath as big or as small as you like. But the idea of it, once I got it on the wall, it just looks so pretty. And I ended up taking that thick nautical rope, and you'll see here I just glue that around the outside edges and then glued a piece of it on the back to hang, and it was just another fun and simple design. Well, everyone, that's pretty much it for today's DIYs. I'll let you go ahead and finish watching this one. And I do want to say thank you to everyone that's been watching, subscribing, and sharing. I passed my 2,500 very quickly, and I'm going to get this gift basket all put together for you after I take my trip to find a few more items. And then we're going to be doing another gift basket when I hit the 3,000 mark of subscribers. Well, in the next video, I will be showing you everything that I found to put in the gift basket, and I'll also be giving you the details on how we're going to do the drawing for the basket. Well, everyone, I'm going to let you finish watching this one, and once again, thank you so much for your support. I send lots of hugs and love to each and every one of you, and I will see you on the next one.